All right, testing, testing. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Tuesday. It's been a few days, but we are back. Yankees advanced in real life. Very happy about that. Phillies up 2-0 in the first game of the NLCS. But we are still in June in the second year of our franchise. So there is that. It's top 7 in San Diego. Brandon Woodruff, James Paxton. As Yankees look to continue to keep rolling as they head on up to Fenway. Took 2 of 3 in Kansas City. Woodruff will get the start. Bullpen, aside from Gallegos, everybody pretty sharp. Gallegos really struggling lately. But let's see with the day off. And let's see, Dominguez, Witt, Arenado, Garcia, Contreras, Polanco, Anderson, Cabrera, and Eli White will get the start in left against the lefty Paxton. As Conforto, especially with Conforto, Gallo, and Mac all ice cold. Contreras still cold too, but hopefully against the lefty Paxton, he starts to wake up. Everybody else starting to heat up as we head up to Fenway. Take on the hated Red Sox. Paxton making his 14th start of the year, a 3-5 record, a 5.52 ERA, a whip well over 1.5. About a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He will face Jason Dominguez, 8 homers, 26 ribbies, a 2.48 average. Paxton, a fastball cutter, knuckle curve, changeup pitcher. Tops out about 94, 95 now. And the first pitch fouled off by Dominguez to the left side, 0-1. Wind carrying out slightly to dead center today in Fenway, a light breeze. But it is in favor of the hitters more than the pitchers. The 0-1 to Jason. Swing and a miss on a cutter. This one in and off the plate, 0-2. So it'll be an 0-2 now. Up and out of the zone, 1-2. Good take there by Jason. And the 1-2 from Paxton is a little, right back to him, actually. If Paxton doesn't get that, that's probably a base hit to center field, but a line drive that Paxton snatches from the sky, 1 away. We look now at the Yankee lineup. We saw Dominguez, Bobby Witt up next, Nolan Arenado at first, Avi Garcia in right, Contreras behind the plate, Jorge Polanco at second. Brian Anderson is your DH, Ozzy Cabrera at short. He's been red hot lately in his last 10 games, and Eli White getting the start in left. What's up, Dylan? In batting ninth. Witt, 5 homers, 21 ribbies to 299 average, a 9-game hitting streak. Hitting primarily against lefties. He'll also get the spot start against the righties, but fouls a fastball straight back out of play, 0-1. Yes, a very good win, Dylan. Honestly, the Yankees should have swept Cleveland, or at least won in 4 games, but they were the better team, as that's fouled off 0-2, and they proved that again today. Got a very complete game from everybody, from the pen, from Cortez, obviously homers from Stanton and Judge. And now they got to quickly turn around, shake off all that champagne, and head on down to Houston, where it's time for a little revenge tour, as Bobby Witt smacks that to the right side. Now has a 10-game hitting streak with the 1-out single. Just went the other way with it. Nice piece of hitting by Bobby. And that'll bring up Nolan Arenado, hitting 298. 19 homers, 37 ribbies. First pitch from Paxton is hammered foul, 0-1. That would be huge, Dylan, but I really don't know if they're going to beat Verlander, because I don't see Verlander having back-to-back bad starts, and also Jamison Taillon is trash. The 0-1 is outside on the pitch out, 1-1. Witt not going anywhere. Going bottom 7 in San Diego after a 1-2-3 inning. Darvish really pitched his heart out tonight, but Wheeler has been dominant. A one-hitter as Arenado chases one out of the zone, 1-2. Tried to hold up, but couldn't. Witt, a very good base runner, very fast over at first. And Arenado, a little blooper towards the right side. That will dunk in for a base hit. Witt had to hold up to see if he'd get caught by Yastrzemski, but back-to-back singles here with 1 out in the top of the first. We will see, Dylan, we will see. But I am like you, I am not confident. That brings up Avi Garcia hitting 336. 13 homers, 39 RBIs, if I remember correctly, and hammers the first pitch foul, 0-1. Just missed that one. Right now, he would start the All-Star game in right field. The 0-1 Hammered to the left side, and that's through for a base hit. Bobby Witt is being waved home. The throw is in time. Good throw by Verdugo on the absolutely a perfect throw to get Witt at the plate. So 2 outs here and keeps the Yankees off the board. And now that brings up Wilson Contreras. Contreras hitting .250. Chops this by third. That's going to be a base hit, and Verdugo is going to try and get another one, but this time, no throw, scoring easily. Or there is a throw. It does go through. I thought Devers was going to cut it off. But Arenado able to score much more easily. It's an RBI single for Wilson Contreras as he's just able to smack it down the left field line, and it's 1-0 Yankees. That brings up Jorge Polanco, switch hitter, batting from the right side, .247 average, 7 homers, 24 RBIs. Good speed on the base paths, and Polanco fouls this back out of play, 0-1. Had to be a perfect throw from Verdugo to get Witt. It was. No throw was going to get Arenado, even though he's not fleet of foot because of where Contreras placed it. As now swinging a miss by Polanco there. 0-2. So Paxton trying to get out of the first, holding the Yankees to 1 run. 2 on, 2 outs. And Polanco stays alive as he spoils a curveball. Still 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs, 0-2 count. Man already in. And Polanco, little slow roller to third. Devers fields, goes to second. And they get Contreras to end the inning. But Wilson Contreras delivers an RBI single, and at the end of a half inning of play, Red Sox coming up to bat, already down by 1. As Brandon Woodruff making his 14th start of the year. A 5-3 record, a 3.76 ERA. He's been pitching very well lately. A little better than a 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Verdugo, 8 homers, 19 ribbies, a .267 average, will lead off. And he takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. And now this one, chopped to Ozzie Cabrera. He will field, fire to first, in time, 1 away. As we now look at the Red Sox starting lineup, Xander Bogaerts up next at short, Devers at third, batting third, Story batting cleanup, Yastrzemski in right, then Bobby Dahlbeck at first, Cesar Hernandez is the DH today, Kike Hernandez in center, and Jose Herrera, rookie, getting the start behind the plate, batting ninth. Bogaerts, 12 homers, 36 ribbies, .236 average, though. The power and production is there, but the batting average, not so much. Very un-Bogaerts-like as he swings through that one, 0-1. And he fouls off a changeup now, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, it's a fastball, popped up to left center. Dominguez is there. Makes the catch, 2 away. Got it off the end of the bat, and that'll bring up Rafi Devers. 15 homers, 42 ribbies, a .292 average. And he takes a strike, 0-1. And now fouls off the changeup, 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him on a pitch out of the zone, strike 3. Woodruff has a 1-2-3 first. We go top 2. Still 1-0 Yankees here at Fenway. Brian Anderson, 5 homers, 21 ribbies, a .345 average. DHing tonight. He DHs against lefties, Conforto against righties. Fouls a fastball back out of play, 0-1. Anderson, though, can hit both lefties and righties, much like Conforto. But the Yankees prefer to go with this. And Anderson also gives them a lot of flexibility in the field behind them and whatnot. The Yankees have a lot of players now that can play every position. Eli White, LeCastro when healthy. Joey Gallo has several positions. Anderson, one of those guys. That's a slow roller up the middle. Story fires the first, 1 away. And that'll bring up Ozzie Cabrera. 5 homers, 21 ribbies, a .239 average. Been heating up lately. Starting to get the average back up there. As he takes one high, 1-0. Hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. The 1-0 to Ozzie. Popped him up. Jammed him with a fastball. Paxton will take it himself, 2 away. Now Eli White hitting .278, acquired from Texas. No homers, no ribbies, and only a handful of games. Replacing Tim LeCastro, who got hurt. And now White, a broken back grounder to the left side. Tough play. Barehanded by Bogarts. Not in time. White is too fast. He gets an infield single. Again, almost as fast as LeCastro. A 98 speed, and that was just hit too softly. And now that brings up Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 1. So a 2-out single for White. And Dominguez fouls off a cutter out in front of it. 0-1. An 0-1 to Dominguez. Fouled off at the plate. 0-2 out in front of a changeup. As Paxton kind of quick pitched to there. It'll be an 0-2 now to the Yankee center fielder. And he's going to inside out this one to right field. That's a base hit. Yastrzemski comes up firing. So holding at second is White. And the Yankees, a pair of 2-out singles. So that brings up Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 1. He got thrown out at home trying to score on a base hit in the first. And he pops this one up, foul and out of play. 0-1. Just late on the fastball. RBI Ribby. A Ribby opportunity here for Witt. And he's going to smack this. Oh, it's knocked down by Paxton, and that will save a run and get him out of the inning. James Paxton really fielding his position and through 2 innings. Saves himself a run here, because that gets by him. That's through, and easily scoring as White instead. Yankees still nursing only a 1-run lead. Trevor Story, 265, 14 homers, 33 ribbies, will lead off here in the bottom of the second. And he fouls a fastball back out of play, 0-1. And now he hammers a changeup foul out in front of it. Woodruff got away with that one because of the change in speed. Now swing and a miss, got him on a high heater, 1 away. Mike Yastrzemski hitting 267. Now steps up to the plate, takes one high, 1-0. Now takes a strike at the knees, 1-1. Yastrzemski, 8 for his last 17. Fouls off another fastball, 1-2. And the 1-2, chopped foul, staying alive. First curveball of the day from Brandon. And now a slider, jammed him, popped him up to right. Garcia takes a few steps back, makes the catch, 2 away. That'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck, 12 homers, 31 ribbies, a .314 average, having a much better year than last year for Boston. Takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Now chases an inside fastball, 0-2. Excuse me, that was a changeup. Here's the fastball, and it's fouled off. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider. Strike 3, another nice inning for Woodruff. We go top 3, still 1-0 Yankees. Nolan Arenado 1 for 1 with a single and scored the only run of the game so far. He will lead off here in the top of the third. And he hammers one to left field. Goodbye, baseball! I think that hit off the foul pole above the monster. His 20th of the year, RBI number 38. Arenado got a hanging curveball, and he did not miss it. He just keeps it fair, and it's 2-0 New York. Nolan Arenado continues his hot hitting here in the first half. We'll get another look at it. Yeah, this actually hooked more than I thought it did, or thought it would, and it hits right off the top of the foul pole. Wow. So that brings up Avi Garcia now, 1 for 1 with a single. And he fouls off a fastball 0-1. He singled, and it was on his ground ball to the left side that Verdugo came up firing from left to throw out Witt at the plate. The 0-1 to Avi is outside, 1-1. Garcia leading the league in triples this year with 6. He's always had the speed, but sometimes with a triple, you just needed to get hit in a certain place. This one popped up to right, fairly deep. Yastrzemski, though, will run it down, 1 away. If we go top 8 in San Diego, Philly's still up by a pair as well. Wilson Contreras, 1 for 1 with that RBI single, 8 homers. That was his 26th ribby of the year. Yankees hope he can start hitting again. It's been cold lately as he takes one inside, 1-0. The 1-0 to Wilson. This is fouled off down the right field line. 1-1. Wilson Contreras, brother of William, who now plays for the Orioles in our franchise after a trade. The 1-1, and he just missed that fastball, pops it up behind the plate. The rookie catcher makes the catch. 2 away here in the third. Just got underneath it. And now that brings up Jorge Polanco. He grounded out to third in his first at-bat. And hammers a cutter foul. 0-1 out in front of it. The 0-1 to Polanco. Swing and a miss over the top of a changeup. 0-2. So, Paxton looking to have a relatively quick inning despite the Arenado home run. And Polanco slices this down the right field line. This will reach the seats. Still 0-2. The 0-2 from Paxton. Big Maple, they call him. Another foul ball from Polanco. Still 0-2. We'll do it again. And this is inside. Oh, and it plunks him. Plunks him on the inner thigh. And so Polanco, the inning will stay alive for him as Brian Anderson, he grounded out to Trevor Story in his first at-bat, steps up now. So Polanco reaches on the hit by pitch. And Anderson is going to smack this one to right field, and it's going to be caught. Yastrzemski with the sliding grab to rob Anderson of a hit. If that falls, Anderson will find himself at least at third, but Yastrzemski makes a nice play in right, and we go bottom 3. Yankees now up by 2. Cesar Hernandez, 4 homers, 14 ribbies, a 197 average.
The designated hitter.
Fast infielder, fouls it back out of play 0-1. And the 0-1, chop foul to the left side, 0-2. The 0-2, chop foul again. And we'll do it again. That's in the dirt.
Count is 1 and 2.
And now the count 1 and 2. As now Hernandez spoils a high fastball, still 1 and 2. Just got a piece of that back foot slider, really making Woodruff work. And the 1-2, just low, says the umpire, 2 and 2. Could have gone either way. And another foul ball. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Hernandez, the 2-2. Smack to first, Arenado is there. Will take it himself, 1 away. Enrique Hernandez now, 190 average, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Kike, former Dodger. Skies this to right, fairly deep, but Garcia will run it down and make the catch, 2 away. And now that brings up Jose Herrera, rookie switch hitting catcher. Fouls off a fastball, 0-1. Former Arizona Diamondback prospect fouls this off, 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him to chase the high heat. And we go top 4. Yankees still up by a pair. Ozzy Cabrera 0 for 1 will lead off here against Paxton. And fouls a fastball straight back out of play, 0-1. The 0-1 to Ozzy. Outside, 1-1. Yankees 2-7-0. Boston, 0s across the board through 3. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. Yankees just unable to get that big hit to really bust this game open so far. Boston hanging around as the 2-1 is low and in, 3-1, and Eli White on deck. The 3-1 to Ozzy. Hammered down the left field line out in front of a cutter, 3-2. The 3-2 to Cabrera. Pop fouling out of play, spoils a fastball, still 3-2. 50th pitch of the day from Paxton is popped him up. Got a fastball in on the hands. Dahlbeck down from first makes the catch, 1 away. Good at-bat, though, there from Ozzie. Faced 7 pitches as Eli White now had a single in his first at-bat. 6 for 19 now on the young year. It's an infield single. He's a fast kid. And he's going to smack this as more traditional single. Base hit to center.
Now batting, the center fielder.
They check on White. He's got good speed, not really natural instincts as a base stealer. Yankees would love to see that change, but... And again, another check on him by Paxton, who's very nervous with White dancing around over there. I'd love to send them, but they're not even giving me a chance. There goes the runner. The pitch down is low. It's a ball, but the throw down by Herrera's in time, 2 away. White got a good jump too, but that sidestep, though, by Paxton was the difference. And a perfect throw by Herrera. 2 away now here after the 1-out base hit. And the caught stealing now Dominguez pops it up to left center. Long run there for Hernandez, but he makes the running grab just shy of the track to end the inning. We go bottom 4 as we look here at the Taco Bell, Burger King, Panda Express fan cam. Yankees still up by 2. Alex Verdugo 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first to Cabrera. Takes a strike at the knees, 0 and 1. And now a changeup outside, 1 and 1. So we go bottom 8 in San Diego. Phillies still up 2-0 in real life. And now this one, skied to right. Garcia makes the catch, 1 away. Now Xander Bogaerts 0 for 1 with a fly out.
Shortstop, Xander.
Fouls off a fastball, 0 and 1. One of the few players out of Aruba. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0 and 2. 40th pitch of the day for Woodruff. Is skied to left. He got out in front of a slider. That's going to be off the top of the monster. White plays it, fires into second. Throw is offliner, otherwise they would have had Bogaerts, but Bogaerts gets a double. First hit of the day for Boston, his 12th double of the year. Wasn't a bad slider, but definitely needed to be outside another couple of inches. As now Devers hammers a fastball foul, 0 and 1. Now Boston a hit away from getting on the board. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0 and 2. Now a curve low, 1 and 2. Devers lays off. Now lays off the high heat, 2 and 2. And now hammers one to right field and deep. This one is off the top of the wall. Garcia will field. He just came within inches of tying the game, did Devers. But back-to-back doubles here in the 4th. Devers' 17th double of the year gets Boston on the board. It's 2-1 New York. And now that brings up Trevor Story. It's a changeup that caught too much of the plate. There's a strike, 0 and 1. Now fouls off a changeup, 0 and 2. Just got a piece of that slider to stay alive. Still 0 and 2. Swing and a miss. Got on an inside fastball. Tied him up, 2 away. Now Mike Yastrzemski 0 for 1 with a fly out. Takes one just outside, 1 and 0. Now fouls off a changeup, 1 and 1. And now skies one to left, but White on the warning track has room to make the catch, and that will end the threat. But back-to-back doubles by Boston gets them on the board. At the end of 4, it's 2-1 New York. Bobby Witt 1 for 2 with a single. Leads off here against Paxton.
Third baseman, Bobby Witt Jr.
And hammers this one to Bogaerts at short. First pitch swinging. Long throw, high throw. Good job by Dahlbeck, though. Comes down on the bag, 1 away. So then we now bring up Nolan Arenado, 2 for 2. A single, solo home run. 2 runs scored. Tries to check his swing on the high fastball, but goes around, says the umpire, 0 and 1. The 0-1 now. Popped them up. Just missed that fastball. Just got it on the hands. Devers makes the catch. 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now that brings up Avi Garcia, who's 1 for 2 with a single. The first pitch to Garcia. Swing and a miss on a curve. 0-1. Garcia 12 for his last 24, and that doesn't include the 1 for 2 today. So 13 for his last 26, really, as that's outside. 1-1. Paxton looking for a quick inning to try to get the Red Sox right back up to the plate. And Garcia up the middle. Good hit, but because Story is there because of the shift, fires the first, and that'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Paxton. We go bottom 5. Yankees still up only by a run. Bobby Dahlbeck 0 for 1.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
He takes a strike.
The first baseman.
0-1. Now a changeup low, 1-1. As Will Myers just struck out in real life. Strike at the knees to Dahlbeck, 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him to chase a slider out of the zone, 1 away. Now Cesar Hernandez, he grounded out in his first at-bat. Grounded out to Arenado, tries a bunt. Witt, though, was playing shallow, comes in, and he threw it away. Arenado has to come off the bag, and that allows Hernandez to reach on the error. Oh, no, they give him a hit. That, to me, that should have been an error because they would have had him if Witt makes his throw as accurate. And now a bloop single to right. And Hernandez trying to go first to third. Garcia fires the third. Not in time. And now the Red Sox can tie the game on an out. And it'll be the rookie, Jose Herrera, who takes one outside, 1-0. Like the series in real life against Cleveland, as there's a strike at the knees, 1-1. Little flares killing the Yankees as this is chopped foul, 1-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Everybody stays put, 2 away. As Contreras checks everyone, and that's a big out as now that brings up Verdugo. 0 for 2 is flied out and grounded out. Pops the first pitch foul and out of play, 0-1. And now this one grounded to Polanco. He will go to first. That will end the inning. The Red Sox threaten but do not score. At the end of 5 full here in Boston, it's 2-1 New York. Wilson Contreras, 1 for 2 with an RBI single, will lead off here against Paxton.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
And he takes a pitch low, 1-0. Ryan Brazier and Hirokazu Sawamura warming in the pen. This will probably be Paxton's last inning of work. And this fouled back and out of play by Contreras, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 1-2. Well out in front of it. And the 1-2. Smack to third. Devers is there. Will fire to first. In time, 1 away. Meanwhile, going top 9 in San Diego. Phillies still nursing a 2-0 lead there. Jorge Polanco, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. And rolls this one over to short. Bogarts backhands, fires the first. In time, 2 away. Thought he made better contact than he did, but I guess I was proven wrong. As Brian Anderson now 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Smacks this one hard down the right field line, but foul, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled off another fastball, 0-2. Out in front of it, that time was Anderson. The 0-2. Skied to left center field, fairly deep. Kike Hernandez back, makes the catch just shy of the track to end the inning. We go bottom 6. Yankees still up, only 2-1. Bogarts 1 for 2, a double. Only run scored to the game in for Boston. Was driven in by Devers, who's up next, and he takes a strike. 0-1. Now takes a fastball low, 1-1. Now a changeup low, 2-1. Definitely a 50-50 pitch. Is this one now hammered foul, 2-2. The 2-2 to Bogarts. Just got a piece of that slider to stay alive, still 2-2. And now pops up a fastball to right field. Garcia near the line, makes the catch, 1 away. Now Rafi Devers, 1 for 2 with that RBI double, his 43rd ribby of the year. 17th double, fouls off a fastball, 0-1. And now that changeup misses outside, 1-1. And that's outside, 2-1. Understandably being careful with Devers. There's a changeup at the knees for a strike, 2-2. Just got a piece of that curve to stay alive. Good pitch there by Woodruff. We'll do the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him at 98. 2 away. Now that brings up Trevor Story, who's 0 for 2.
The batter, number 10.
And he takes a strike. 0-1. And now he skies one to dead center, but Jason Dominguez will run it down, make the catch, and we go top 7. Yankees still up, only 2-1 as we look again at the Burger King, Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, Panda Express fan cam.
Your attention, please.
Ryan Bergier now on for his 38th appearance of the year, a 3-2 record, a 2.16 ERA, and 41 2/3 innings pitched. Ozzy Cabrera turns around to the left side of the plate, 0 for 2 tonight, with a couple of pop-outs.
Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Oswaldo.
Cabrera fouls off a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. Bergier, fastball, slider, curveball. He'll top out about 97. And then blows another fastball by him at 94, 0-2. The 0-2 popped him up, jammed him with another fastball. Bogarts behind second, makes the catch, 1 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Eli White.
Now that brings up Eli White, 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. He was also caught stealing after one of them. Tried to swipe a bag. Swings through a high fastball, 0-1. 7 for 20 on the young year is Eli. And the backdoor curveball misses, 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled back out of play, 1-2. Just missed that fastball. It'll be a 1-2. Skied to center field. Might have been off the end of the bat a bit, though. Kike Hernandez back, still back. Hit it to the deepest part of the park here in Boston. Makes the catch on the track in dead center, 2 away. Or near the deepest part. Jason Dominguez, 1 for 3 with a single.
Jason Dominguez.
Now comes up with no men on and 2 men out here. What's up, Nate? How's it going? Is this fouled straight back out of play? 0-1. The 0-1 to Dominguez. Fouled off to the left side, 0-2. Hanging in there, buddy, hanging in there. Obviously feeling good. The Yankees won in real life today. Giants won on Sunday. Rangers won yesterday. And Dominguez turns on a fastball, fairly deep right center, but Yastrzemski will run it down, and that will end the top of the 7th. Get up and stretch. We're going bottom 7. Yankees still nursing a 1-run lead. Mike Yastrzemski with a pair of flyouts. He's 0 for 2 today.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Takes a strike in the outer half of the plate, 0-1. Probably not, Nate, because I've heard the game is garbage. Is this one to deep right field? Avi Garcia back and cannot make the catch. It's gone. Goodbye, baseball. Yastrzemski's 6th of the year, RBI number 18, and it is a tie ball game here as Boston gets themselves a solo shot. We are knotted at 2. Not a bad pitch there off the end of the bat from Woodruff, but the ball is carrying tonight. Down, need to be another couple inches off the plate. That brings up Bobby Dahlbeck. He's 0 for 2. Hammers one foul, 0-1.
Go back.
Yeah, NHL 23, Madden 23, like, EA needs to start putting out a better game, and I'm not, I don't have enough subs that I can say, oh, well, you know, Twitch pays for it. It doesn't. The 0-2. There's too many other games I want to play. Swing and a miss, strike three. Good slider from Woodruff, one away. Too many other games I want to play to waste money on NHL or Madden. If I'm gonna play hockey, I'll re-download NHL 22 and continue my franchise there. As that misses low, 1-0. Now, if EA Sports were to reach out and give me a code for any of those games, as this one popped up to left, Eli White makes the catch 2 away, I would play, but that doesn't seem likely it's gonna happen. So, Kike Hernandez 1 for 2 with a single. Takes one high, 1-0. And now this one chopped up the middle, but Jorge Polanco is there, settles, fires the first, got him to end the inning. But the Red Sox tie it. Mike Yastrzemski's 6th of the year. At the end of 7 full, we got ourselves a 2-2 ball game. As in comes Sawamura, his 22nd appearance of the year, a 3.49 ERA, 2 blown saves. Bobby Witt 1 for 3 with a single today. You just think about when Witt got thrown out at home. You think about all the base runners the Yankees have left on. And it looks like former Texas Ranger John King is starting to warm. Looks like he will pitch the 8th against the 9-1-2 hitters. Again, Witt 1 for 3. Sawamura, a fastball splitter slider pitcher. And Witt fouls off a high fastball, 0-1. Phillies trying to shut out the Padres in Game 1 of the NLCS as Witt hammers a slider foul. Out in front of it, though, 0-2. Swing and a miss, chases a slider out of the zone, 1 away. That brings up Nolan Arenado, 2 for 3 tonight, a solo home run, a single, 2 runs scored. First pitch from Sawamura, swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. And the 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Now the 0-2, chopped foul, still 0-2. Arenado out in front of that splitter, but got a piece. And that misses high. 1-2 now to Nolan. Sellout crowd here in Fenway, no surprise. Yankees in first place, Red Sox in last, but still one of the best rivalries in the sport. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 away. And that'll bring up Avi Garcia, 1 for 3 with a single tonight.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
And he's going to smack this one to right field. That'll be a 2-out base hit. Avi goes the opposite way for his 2nd hit of the day. That's why he's leading the league in batting average. At least at this point. And that'll bring up Wilson Contreras, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, 0-1. They check on Garcia at first. Nothing doing there. And that's fouled off at the plate by Contreras, 0-2. The 0-2 to Contreras is high and outside, 1-2. A 1-2 swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him on the inner half. Strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So Yankees leave a man on. Their 9th. They had 9 hits, but only 2 runs. John King making his 15th appearance of the year. His 2nd as a Yankee, a 1-0 record. He's given up 1 run in those 9 innings. King, one of those guys, doesn't throw a true fastball. Sinker, cutter, slider, and a changeup. Depending on how this goes, Yankees might try to get 2 innings out of him. Herrera, 0 for 2, has struck out twice against Woodruff.
For the Red Sox, the catcher.
Fouls off a sinker, 0 and 1. Again, this is his major league debut. So far, 0 for 2. Now fouls off a cutter, quickly 0 and 2. And the 0-2. Got him on the changeup, strike 3, 1 away. Now that brings up Verdugo, who's 0 for 3.
Now batting, left fielder.
Swings and misses on a cutter, 0 and 1. In the 0-1, another strike at the knees, 0 and 2. And he hung a slider, but got away with it. Avi Garcia is right there, makes the catch, and right 2 away. Verdugo just missed that one. And King knows he got away with a mistake as Xander Bogaerts 1 for 3 with a double and a run. Now steps up to the plate. Takes one outside, 1-0. And now he skies one to dead center field and deep. Dominguez back. Makes the catch, and John King has an easy 1-2-3 inning. We look at the Burger King, Taco Bell, Panda Express, Dunkin' Donuts fan cam, and we go top 9, still tied at 2. Jorge Polanco 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch tonight.
Leading off for the Yankees, the second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Couple of Yankees warming in the pen, kind of a just in case the Yankees take the lead scenario. Polanco 0 for 2. Fouls this back out of play, 0 and 1. Gallegos not available tonight unless it's an emergency. And now he takes one just low, 1 and 1. The 1-1 to Polanco. Pop fouling out of play, 1 and 2. And now this one skied to center, fairly deep. But Kike Hernandez is there, makes the catch, 1 away. Now that brings up Brian Anderson, who's 0 for 3 with a fly out. Chases a slider out of the zone, 0 and 1. Now swing and a miss by Anderson there. Quickly 0 and 2. He's looked bad on both pitches. And now this one, slow roller to Torrey at short. Story, excuse me, not Torrey. Makes the play, 2 away, and now that brings up Ozzie Cabrera. 0 for 3 with a pop out. Swings over the top of a fastball, 0 and 1. The 0-1 to Ozzie. Swing and a miss on a high slider, 0 and 2. And that's inside, 1 and 2. And smacks this to third. Devers, though, backhands, fires the first, made a nice play to rob him of a hit, and we go bottom 9, still tied at 2 here in Fenway. Speaking of Devers, 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. John King still in there, and Devers pops the first pitch up. Polanco, near the line, has the angle, makes the catch in shallow right, 1 away. And that brings up Trevor Story, 0 for 3, crushes left-handed pitching. Starts him off with a changeup, 0 and 1. Now a strike with the sinker, 0 and 2. The Padres have the tying runs on with 1 out in the 9th against the Phillies. The 0-2. Little slow roller to the left side. Ozzie Cabrera charges, fires the first, got him, 2 away. Manny Machado up for the Padres as the winning run. Mike Yastrzemski 1 for 3 with a solo home run. Tied the game at 2 in the 7th against Woodruff. And oof, King does not get the call there. Don't know why. 1-0. Gets the call there, though. That was, well, I guess maybe a makeup call. 1-1. And that's chopped foul, 1-2. Slider just misses, and Yastrzemski lays off, 2-2. Now spoils a cutter foul, still 2-2. Change up in the dirt, 3-2. Bobby Dahlbeck on deck. Another foul ball from Yastrzemski, still 3-2. Swing and a miss, tied him up with an inside sinker. We're going to extra innings. We go top 10, still tied at 2. As Hansel Robles comes on for his 35th appearance of the year, a 6.44 ERA. Eli White, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Cabrera off a second. He is the ghost runner. And White showing bunt, and he drops one. It's a good one. Barehanded by Devers, just got White at first, one away. A good bunt there by Eli White. And now that brings up Jason Dominguez, 1 for 4 with a single. Infield in for Boston. And now a pitch out. It's not like Cabrera's stealing home, but you think another bunt maybe? I don't know. Josh Taylor now warming in the pen for Boston. The first pitch from Robles is outside, or excuse me, well, now 2-0. First real pitch after the pitch out. You wonder if they're pitching around Dominguez. The 2-0, inside 3-0. He'll definitely be taking here. And Bobby Witt Jr. on deck. And the 3-0 is a strike at the top of the zone, 3-1. Robles, a fastball, changeup, slider pitcher. The 3-1. Skied towards right center field and fairly deep. Going back, Hernandez still back. Makes the catch on the track. Cabrera will tag and score. It's an RBI sac fly. He could have crawled home and still made it. The park just held it. Dominguez almost a 2-run shot, but it's now 3-2 Yankees as the ghost runner scores. And now Bobby Witt Jr. still in the game, and now looks like Ryan Stanek. Should it be Stanek? Actually, I think it's going to be. Like Jordan Hicks is going to come in to pitch. Stanek will sit down. Hicks will come in to try to pick up the save. Again, Gallegos not available today. Yankees want to give him an extra day off. Witt 1 for 4 with a single. Fouls off a high fastball, 0-1. And now the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a backdoor slider. Quickly 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw to first completes the play, but the Yankees get the ghost runner in. Can they now prevent Boston from doing the same? We go bottom 10, Yankees up 3-2. As in comes Jordan Hicks, his 18th appearance of the year. Has yet to give up an earned run, about a little better than a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 8 holds. First pitch to Bobby Dahlbeck is swung on and missed at 100, 0-1. Now fouls off a sinker, 0-2. That's in the dirt, blocked by Contreras. The runner retreats back to second. That's Yastrzemski. Taylor still warming in the pen for Boston. The 1-2. Popped up to left, fairly deep. Eli White's got an okay arm. He settles under it, makes the catch, but retreating and now just tagging. Staying put is Yastrzemski. Huge out here. And now Adam Engel goes in the pinch run. You wonder why Boston didn't do that to start the inning. And now Cesar Hernandez 1 for 3 with a single. An infield single. Chops one to first. Arenado is there. Takes it himself. Engel advances the third. 2 away. So Boston needs a hit to keep the game going. 2 outs, bottom 10, and it's up to Kike Hernandez, 1 for 3 with a single tonight. And he takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Now that misses low, 1-1. That's high, 2-1. There's a strike on the outer corner, 2-2. Boston down to their last strike. The 2-2. High again, 3-2. Hicks really having trouble with that cutter today. The payoff pitch. Smacked just foul. Just foul past third. And we'll do it again. As that's ball 4, that drifts outside. So Hernandez, the winning run now on first for the rookie Jose Herrera. His major league debut, 0 for 3 tonight. The first pitch outside, 1-0. And Hicks struggling a bit here with his command as this is popped up. It's popped up left center, and White dives, and he makes the catch! Eli White saves the game! He lays out to make the catch in left center and robs Herrera of what would have been his first career big league hit and a game-tying RBI! Eli White goes Superman and takes that one away! John King improves the 2-0. Robles drops to 1-3. Hicks gets his first save as a Yankee, as again Gallegos had the night off. Holy cow! An amazing game up here in Fenway. A lot more offense from the Yankees in terms of base runners, but Paxton kept getting big defensive plays to get out of it. But the difference is the Yankees get the ghost runner home, and Eli White with a gold glove play and left, getting the start over Joey Gallo tonight, saves the game, and the Yankees win 3-2. Nolan Arenado, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Your player of the game, King, 2 perfect innings pitched against the Red Sox with 2 strikeouts, gets the win. Robles gets hard luck loser, goes an inning, gives up the ghost runner. Hicks, again, his first save of the year. Dominguez got a bad jump on it, and that was White or nobody. So Yankees win 3-2. And now we will simulate. The Yankees win 6-2. Huzzah, huzzah. Look at the box score. 2 homers by Gallo, a homer by Conforto. Wilson Contreras a stolen base. Musgrove goes 7 1/3. Stanek goes an inning and a third. Gallegos comes on, gets a 1-out save. Pivetta got rocked. Love to see it. And now Robbie Ray versus Andrew Heaney. And Boston won 5-0. Another hard day for Robbie Ray. But the Yankees keep taking 2 of 3. They took 2 of 3 in Kansas City, 2 of 3 from Pittsburgh, 2 of 3 now from Boston. Yeah, just for whatever reason, Ray just did not have it today. Boxberger gave up his first run of the year, but it didn't matter. The Yankees did not score. Heaney, wow, 2 and 7, goes 7 2/3. So some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug, and today the Yankees were the bug. But still 4 and 2 so far on this road trip, 9-game road trip. Now head up a big 3-game set against the Blue Jays. Let's see, Cole, Quantrill, or Woodruff again. Well, we just pitched with Woodruff, so we'll not do him versus Ryu. But this is a big series. We're gonna try and set the tone here and take the first game. And the Phillies take game 1 of the NLCS. I want to see how the it ended. Machado flied out and Bell struck out, and that's it. So they had the tying runs on, but the Padres get shut out at home in game 1 of the NLCS. Anyway, all right, so Yankees versus Jays. We've struggled against the Jays this year. Jose Barrios, 5-3 at 2.23 ERA. Quantrill, 8-2 at 3.42. So, pretty much everybody, except for probably Alcala, and I'll probably avoid Boxberger today, out of the pen available. And let's see now. Maybe give Contreras the day off. He's starting to heat up again, which is good to see. Olson's gone cold again for whatever reason. When the computer sims, he just doesn't do anything. I hit bombs with him, but with the computer sims, it's just like, no, don't wanna. Meh, meh, meh. Joe Mack's still ice cold too. I don't want to take out Contreras for Joe Mack, even though I probably could. Let's see. But yeah, I guess this is what we'll do. Everybody else looks pretty rested, well, good to go. Yeah. See if we can't knock the frost off some of these guys. I still can't believe Joey Gallo's still cold after he keeps having these multi-home run games. Jose Barrios, his 15th start of the year, 5-3 record at 2.23 ERA, a whip just over 1. Almost a 5-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Jorge Polanco hitting 243, 7 homers, 24 ribbies. He will lead off here in the top of the first. Barrios, a slurve, sinker, fastball, changeup pitcher. The first pitch fouled off at the plate, 0-1.
First pitch, 7:07.
The 0-1 to Polanco. Smack to the right side, but right there is Biggio, the second baseman. Fires the first, 1 away. Wind carrying out to left tonight here in Toronto with the dome open. We look at the Yankees starting lineup. We just saw Polanco, followed by Joey Gallo, Nolan Arenado, Matt Olson, Avi Garcia, Jason Dominguez, Michael Conforto, Wilson Contreras, and Ozzy Cabrera batting ninth and playing short. Polanco, 242 overall, but 11 for his last 41 going into that at-bat. So 268, a little better than normal. Gallo, 244, 15 homers, 38 ribbies. We'll lead off here against Barrios. And swings through a sinker, 0-1. Blue Jays, 6 games behind the Yankees right now at this point in the season. Yankees trying to make it more. As this fouled off at the plate, 0-2. Would love to at least take 2 or 3 here up north of the border. And this one smacked on the left field line. Joey Gallo takes advantage of the shift. That'll be extra bases as Gallo picks himself up a 1-out double. His 12th double of the year, and now that brings up Nolan Arenado. Hitting 295, 20 homers, 38 ribbies. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Arenado tied with the league, for the league, I should say, in home runs. And the 1-0, foul back out of play, 1-1. Diamondbacks acquire Richard Rodriguez from Cleveland for Owen Miller. Goes back to Cleveland as Arenado smacks this hard, knocked down by Bichette, recovers, fires the first, not in time. That goes an infield single for Arenado, a rare infield single. He hit it so hard it almost knocked the glove off of Bichette. And that brings up Matt Olson now hitting 254 with 14 homers, 30 ribbies, and chases a pitch in the dirt, 0-1. He is a double play candidate. ALCS MVP last year, home run derby champion. MVP, second in MVP voting. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup out in front of it, 1-2. Now that's low and outside, 2-2. Now the last thing they want to do is walk Olson here with Avi Garcia on deck. As this could be 2. Chop to Biggio for second for 1. On the first, in time, a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Olson's struggles at the plate recently continue. And we go bottom 1. No score. Cal Quantrill making his 14th start of the year, an 8-2 record, a 3.42 ERA, a whip just over 1. About a 2.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio, less than a hit per inning though. Gurriel Jr. will lead off, hitting .287, 10 homers, 19 ribbies, or 39 ribbies, my apologies, excuse me. And pops the first pitch up, jammed him with a fastball. Arenado in foul ground, makes the catch, 1 away. Oh, and it's Raimel Tapia, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, a 180 average. Let's take a look real quick at the lineup. Gurriel in left, Tapia in center, Guerrero Jr. at first, Bo Bichette at short, Alejandro Kirk, the DH, Teoscar Hernandez in right, Danny Jansen behind the plate, Kevin Biggio at second, and Brandon Drury getting the start at third tonight. First pitch to Tapia, starting for George Springer, who's hurt again, takes a strike, 0-1, or I think is hurt again. And now Tapia drops a bunt, but Contreras tried to drop it. Makes the catch. He popped it up, 2 away. Now Vlad Jr., 17 homers, 46 ribbies, a 310 average. Well, when you're struggling like Tapia, sometimes a bunt ain't a bad idea, but bad execution there, as there's a foul ball, 0-1. And now a changeup low, 1-1. And another foul ball from Guerrero, 1-1, or 1-2 now, excuse me. The 1-2 from Cal, out of the zone, and Vlad doesn't chase, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the fastball, strike 3. We go top 2. No score here in Toronto. Avi Garcia hitting .333, 13 homers, 39 ribbies. He will lead off here in the top of the second. Blue Jays shift him to pull to the left side. And Garcia fouls off a slurve, 0-1. Garcia 3 for 8 in his career against Barrios with a double. Swings through that slurve, 0-2. And the 0-2 to Avi. Swing and a miss, got him on the power sinker, 1 away. Now Jason Dominguez hitting .240. 8 homers, 27 ribbies. I believe that's an 8. Fouls off a sinker, 0-1. Just a little out in front. Barrios took something off of that one. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. Dominguez, 5 home runs in his last 10 games, really having a bit of a power surge lately, as the 1-1 swing and a miss on a sinker, 1-2. Everything been low against Jason. Does his damage usually in the upper half of the zone. Chases the sinker, strike 3, 2 away. Tried to hold up but couldn't. Now that brings up Michael Conforto hitting .280, 5 homers, 22 ribbies.
The designated hitter, Michael.
And he's going to hit a little dribbler in front of the plate, but it's foul. Thought it went in front, but it was behind the plate, actually. 0-1. Just missed the slurve there from Barrios, who he's hit well in his career. And now chases a sinker, 0-2. And the 0-2 to Conforto. Fouled back out of play, still 0-2. This will only be the 11th pitch of the inning for Barrios. And it's up and in for ball 2, or ball 1, excuse me, 1-2. The 1-2 to Conforto. Fouled off to stay alive, still 1-2. And now this one chopped to the left side. Oh, Bichette knocks it down, but he'll just eat it as that's an easy infield single for Conforto. So a 2-out hit, and that brings up Wilson Contreras. Getting .262 now. He's been hitting much better lately. He smacks this one foul, 0-1. 8 homers, 26 ribbies. And fouls off a slurve out in front of it, 0-2. Good pitch to hit, but just mistimed it. And now the 0-2 is low, 1-2. Conforto average speed off of first. Not much of a base stealer, though. And, oh, plunks Contreras just off the inside part of his belt. Just kind of skimmed him. So 2 on with 2 outs now for Ozzie Cabrera, hitting .231. 5 homers, 21 ribbies. Chases a sinker, 0-1. 5 home. Yeah, I said 5 homers, 21 ribbies. Yeah, so Contreras gets hit by the pitch. He's got above average speed. Good speed for a catcher. Above average overall is Cabrera. A little humpback liner that Bichette will make the catch on, and that will end the inning. He makes the catch back at second base. So the Yankees put a couple on, but again, do not score. Can't get the big hit. We go bottom 2. No score in Toronto. Bo Bichette, 241, 6 homers, 29 RBIs.
The shortstop.
Takes one a little high, says the umpire. 1-0. And now this one lined to left. Joey Gallo backtracking, makes the catch, 1 away. Now Alejandro Kirk, no homers, 3 RBIs, hitting a .170 this year. Just recently called back up from AAA, takes a strike, 0-1. And now fouls off a changeup, 0-2. And fouls off another fastball, still 0-2. Quantrill got away with one there. He missed with that one. The 0-2. That's a base hit up the middle. Hung a curveball. So Kirk will reach with a 1-out single. Career Yankee killer. Should have thrown one with the slider. Teoscar Hernandez now up the plate. Sort of hung it. It did catch too much of the plate. Needed to be a couple inches lower. Hernandez fouls off a fastball, 0-1. And now that misses down, 1-1. The umpire not giving him the call, 2-1. And now Hernandez, little chopper to set short. Cabrera to second for 1. On to first, the return's not in time. Hernandez runs too well, and Kirk runs too poorly. So it's easy to get the lead runner. 2 away now here in the second. And Danny Jansen hitting .233, 6 homers, 21 ribbies. Another Yankee killer. Skies the first pitch, though, to dead center. Jason Dominguez is there. Settles under it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Jays get a hit and nothing else. We go top 3. Still no score here in Toronto as Polanco, 0-1, will lead off here in the top of the 3rd. And he's going to chop this up the middle, but Biggio's there, fires the first one away. And now Joey Gallo, 1-for-1 with a double. Stranded at second in the first. Smacks another one on the left field line for a base hit. This should go for extra bases, as it's another long run for Gurriel. And Joey Gallo has his second double of the day, his 13th of the year. And again, can the Yankees get the big hit? Arenado had an infield single in his first at-bat. He now approaches the plate again with a chance to do some damage. And he chops the sinker foul, 0-1. And this chop to the right side, that's a base hit. Teoscar Hernandez has a good arm, going to wave Joey Gallo home. The throw is not in time, and Arenado, smart base running, goes to second on the throw. So it's an RBI single for Arenado, and it's 1-0 Yankees, as Gallo, with just above average speed, is able to just beat the throw, as it was to the right side of the plate. That brings up Matt Olson now, 0-for-1, hit into a 4-6-3 double play in his first at-bat. And now a little dribbler, just foul, 0-1. So Arenado now off a second. He replaced Gallo. And Olson's going to hammer this one towards right center field and fairly deep. And it is gone! Off the first deck facade. Goodbye, baseball! A 2-run shot for Matty Olson. His 15th of the year. You wonder if that'll jumpstart his bat again. A 2-run shot to center, and the Yankees are now up 3-0 after putting up a 3 spot here in the 3rd. Matt Olson turned on I think it was a hanging slurve. 420 to right center. Smoke him if you got him. 104 off the bat. Yeah, hanging slurve up and in. That brings up Avi Garcia now, who's 0-for-1. And he fouls off a sinker, 0-1. Just a bit late on it was Avi. 40th pitch of the day from Barrios. Can't resist and pulls the trigger. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Chase the slurve out of the zone. In the 0-2. Smacked on the right field line. It's another base hit. This one's going to kick off the wall. Garcia, though's got good speed, and he will have himself another one-out double. So Gallo, a one-out double, and then a single, and then a home run, and now another double. Garcia's 17th of the year. And that brings up Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 1. Fouls off a changeup, 0-1. He struck out in his first at-bat. The 0-1 to Jason. Popped up, left field. Long run for Gurriel, but he'll make the catch. 2 away. Jammed him with a pitch. Michael Conforto had an infield single in his first at-bat. He now steps up, 1 for 1. Man on second, 2 outs, 3 runs in. Yankees up 3-0. That misses outside to Conforto, 1-0. Conforto now 4 for 8 in his career against Barrios with a home run. And it popped him up, just missed the slurve, and he knows it. Kevin Biggio makes the catch, and that will end the inning. We go bottom 3, but the Yankees now up by 3 after this home run by Matt Olson. His 15th of the year, a 2-run shot. Gets the Yankees on the board. And now that brings up Kevin Biggio, hitting an even 300 on the year. Takes a pitch at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Now swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. And he hung a curveball, did Quantrill. Goodbye, baseball. Kevin Biggio almost hit it out of the Rogers Center. His 6th of the year, 426 to right. And the Blue Jays are on the board with a home run of their own, as that brings up Brandon Drury, now hitting 220. And he's going to pop this up in the foul ground. Long run for Garcia. Cannot make the catch, 0-1. Now swing and a miss by Drury on the changeup, 0-2. Swing and a miss, on the chase the slider out of the zone, 1 away. Now that brings up Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He popped up the 3rd in his first at-bat. He takes a strike, 0-1. And now he inside outs this one, caught by Polanco on a hard liner to second, 2 away. Now Tapia popped out to the catcher Contreras. He's also 0 for 1. Takes a strike, 0-1. And now fouls off a changeup, 0-2. 30th pitch of the day for Quantrill. Just got a piece to stay alive as he spoils that fastball. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the curve, strike 3. But Kevin Biggio gets the Blue Jays on the board. His 6th home run of the year off a hanging curveball. And at the end of 3 full, it's 3-1 New York. Wilson Contreras hitting 262. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He will lead off here against Barrios. Oh, out in front of a hanging slurve, 0-1. That was the pitch to hit. Contreras knows it. He got so excited that he almost spun himself down into the ground like a top as that misses outside, 1-1. Thank you, Sway. Much appreciated. I think we're going to need it. It's going to be a very tough series, as this one's a base hit up the middle. So a leadoff single for Wilson Contreras. And the Phillies shut out the Padres tonight, so they're up 1-0. Yankees need to play better than they did against Cleveland, if they want to beat Houston. Ozzie Cabrera 0 for 1. Fouls off a sinker, 0-1. Yeah, you got what you needed. Wheeler pitched amazingly tonight, and then a couple of solo shots, and that was it. It's Cabrera late on the changeup. Recognized it too late, 0-2. And now he skies this one to left field and fairly deep. Gurriel going back. It is off the top of the wall. Oh no! And they're gonna get Contreras. Oh no! Everybody's in a. I pressed the wrong buttons. Everybody's out. Everybody's out. Because I meant to send Contreras the third, not Cabrera. And by the time I correct, well, it goes as a double for Cabrera, his 12th of the year. I do that a lot. I press the wrong button sometimes. Or, not even the wrong button. I have the wrong guy highlighted with the joystick. I hate that. I hate that, because that too, Contreras should not have gone back to second base. As Polanco fouls one off 0-1. Like, sometimes the computer screws me up because it sends the runners back when I don't want it to send the runners back. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber, the longest home run of his career. And that's saying something. And that misses low, 1-1. So it could have been a big inning for the Yankees. They run themselves out of it. As this is lined to short, Bichette, knocks it down, fires the first. Guerrero pulled off the bag. He'll reach on the error. And now that brings up Joey Gallo, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and a run scored. Swings to a sinker, 0-1. Like, even if I get it if Wilson Contreras gets thrown out, but, like, that misses outside 1-1. And I didn't realize I had Cabrera highlighted to go to third. Like, just... The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. It's going to be bothering me the whole freaking game. So that's outside, 2-2. Unless Gallo hits a home run here. Because then it's like, well, that's a makeup for it. Those are the 2 runs that should have scored. The 2-2. Outside now, 3-2. Nolan Arenado on deck. That'll release the runner from first. Chopped foul. Would have been ball 4, but Gallo stays alive. And the 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him, and that ends the inning. So bad base running costs the Yankees maybe definitely one, if not 2 runs. And we go to bottom 4. Yankees still up by only a pair. This is also what happens. I just don't play the game that much anymore. So there's a strike, 0-1. If I'm not streaming this for you guys, I don't play anymore. Is this going to be smacked on the right field line? That's going to be a shift-beating double, at least for Vladdy Jr. Into the corner it goes. Avi Garcia will fire in, and Vlad holds at second with a leadoff double. His 21st double of the year, and if we lose this game, we can point back to that base running error. As Bichette takes a strike, 0-1. As this one popped up to shallow center, Dominguez is there. Makes the catch, one away as Guerrero just got back, actually. Dominguez threw behind the runner. And that brings up Alejandro Kirk, who singled in his first at-bat. And takes a strike top of the zone, 0-1. Now a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Ooh, and they do not call that a strike, 1-2. But Kirk helps him out there, chases one out of the zone, 2 away. Now that brings up Teoscar Hernandez. He grounded out to short. Well, it was a fielder's choice, really. He reached. Kirk was erased on the fielder's choice in his first at-bat. As he fouls off a changeup here, 1-1. And now hammers a fastball foul, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Cal Quantrill has himself a heck of an inning. After the leadoff double, a pop out and 2 strikeouts. We go top 5. So you look at the Burger King Taco Bell Panda Express fan cam. Yankees still up by a pair. Nolan Arenado, 2 for 2. Couple of singles tonight. An RBI, a run scored. Chops a changeup foul, 0-1. This is 39th ribby of the year. The 0-1. Fouled back out of play, 0-2. And now and that also keeps Barrios in this game. The 0-2. Smacked up the middle. Oh, Biggio, another highway robbery play by him. He's been having a heck of a game. throws out Arenado, one away. And now that brings up Matt Olson, whose 2-run home run in the third right now is the difference. He's also hit into a double play tonight. Swings over the top of a changeup, 0-1. Olson was the ALCS MVP for us last year, also the home run derby champion. And he pops this pitch up to shallow left. Coming on and making the catch is Gurriel, 2 away. Now Avi Garcia, 1 for 2 with a double back in the third. And he pops this up. Shallow right. Long run for Teoscar Hernandez, but he gets there to end the inning. And the wind blowing to left that actually pushed it back to Teoscar. Yankees go in order, and we go bottom 5, still up by 2. Danny Jansen, 0 for 1, will lead off. Takes a strike, 0-1. And now he chops a changeup foul, 0-2. And now fouls off a fastball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider, 1 away. And now that brings up Kevin Biggio, his 6th home run of the year, RBI number 29 earlier on a hanging curveball. And he pops this one up just under a fastball. This one to deep right, but Garcia has a beat on it, 2 away. Now that brings up Brandon Drury, who's 0 for 1.
The third baseman, Brandon.
And he takes a strike, 0-1. And now this chopped just foul at the plate, 0-2. The 0-2 to Drury. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider. Nice inning for Quantrill. 1-2-3 go the Jays. We go top 6 as we go with the Burger King, Taco Bell, Panda Express, Dunkin' Donuts fan cam. Yankees up by a pair. Julian Merriweather now comes on for his 23rd appearance of the year, a 2-1 record, a 1.93 ERA. Jason Dominguez 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Will face the hard-throwing righty. Merriweather can hit 100 with the fastball, also has a slider, changeup, and a curve. And this one hit hard towards the left side, but Bo Bichette is there. Fires the first, 1 away. He hit it well, did Dominguez, but not well enough. Or I should say, he hit it right at somebody. Michael Conforto now 1 for 2 with a single. Will step up to the plate. And swings through a fastball at 98, 0-1. Trevor Richards and Yimi Garcia warming in the pen. Double barrel, 2 righties for the Jays. As Barrios only goes 5, gives up 3 as that misses outside, 1-1. So the Jays going to try and piece it together. As that misses low, 2-1. The 2-1 to Conforto is high, 3-1. Wilson Contreras on deck. Now Conforto late on a fastball, 3-2. Hey, what's up, Michelle? Thanks for the subbing still. I appreciate it. The 3-2 to Conforto. Line down the left field line, foul, still 3-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. That's outside, ball 4. Yeah, the Yankees won. Yeah, Yankees won, Phillies won, everybody's won today. Brings up Contreras. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He's also hit by a pitch. So Conforto off of first. Chases an inside slider, 0-1. Good pitch there by Merriweather. The 0-1. Late on a fastball, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right side, still 0-2. Just missed that fastball. He was ready for it, but he was late on it, still at 98. And that's low and in the dirt. That's going to get away from Jansen. Conforto goes to second. That'll be a wild pitch on Merriweather. Now 1-2 the count. Conforto average speed off a second. And out in front of the changeup is Contreras, 2 away. So that brings up Ozzie Cabrera, who doubled in his last at-bat, and then shenanigans on the base paths led to the weirdest double play you ever did see. Swings through a fastball there, 0-1. Cabrera, though, Yankees' best hitters with runners in scoring position. Or one of them, anyway. In the 0-1. Skied to left, fairly deep, but Gurriel makes the running grab to end the inning. So the Yankees leave a runner on at the end of 5.5. It's still 3-1 New York. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., he's popped out to third and lined out to second. Takes a strike, 0-1. Now that misses inside, 1-1. And fouls off a fastball, 1-2. The 1-2 is low, 2-2. Just missed. And now he hangs a curveball again, and that is what's been killing Quantrill today. He hangs a curveball. Goodbye, baseball. Gurriel did not miss it. It's now a 1-run ball game on Gurriel's 11th of the year. RBI number 40. Yep, right down Broadway, and that brings up Tapia, who's 0 for 2. He takes one high, 1-0. And now this one up the middle by a diving Cabrera. That's a base hit. Dominguez gets it in, holds Tapia to a single. But that brings up the ever-dangerous Vlad Jr. 1 for 2 with a double. Doesn't get the call, does Quantrill, 1-0. There's a strike in the outside corner, 1-1. There's another strike, 1-2. And now this one line foul, still 1-2. And just got a piece of that fastball, still 1-2. That's in the dirt. Contreras blocks it. Tapia stays put, 2-2. And that's in the dirt. Squeaks away from Contreras. He'll fire to second, though. Tapia is in there. A better throw would have had him, but it's a wild pitch. So that erases the double play. And this is chopped to third. Arenado checks the runner, fires the first, 1 away. That would have been a double play ball, though, if it wasn't for the wild pitch. Bo Bichette now up 0 for 2. Tying run at second. Takes one up and in, 1-0. And there she goes. He turned on an inside changeup. Goodbye, baseball. And for whatever reason, all year long, the Jays just have the Yankees' number. They just seem to find ways to somehow pull out the games. 7th of the year for Bichette, and the Yankees are now down 4-3. And those runs they left on base in the 5th are coming back to haunt them right now. The 0-1 to Kirk. Line to first, or hop on a chopper to first. Olsen takes himself 2 away. Now Teoscar Hernandez. 1 through 6 in the Jays lineup. Actually, really, I would say 1 through 8. There's very few breathing spots in this lineup. As this chopped to short, Cabrera there. Fires the first. And we go top 7. Yankees now down by a run. As Trevor Richards comes in for his 36th appearance of the year, a 5.12 ERA. Polanco 0 for 3 will lead off. And it looks like Garrett Crochet will come in to pitch the 7th. Polanco 0 for 3. Richards a fastball, changeup, curveball pitcher. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. The The 0-1 out in front of another changeup. 0-2. So, again, the brain fart on the base pads. That's what's costing us this game right now. Could have blown it open in the 5th. Instead, got nothing. The 0-2, little broken bat dribbler to the third base side. Drury Fields fires the first. They call him out. I think we're going to have to challenge that, though, because I think he's safe. I think he just beat it out. Ooh, I think, yeah, he just beat it. Joey Gallo 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and a strikeout. Swings through a fastball, 0-1. Gallo, basically another Cody Bellinger, struggles with the heat. The 0-1 to Joey. Swing and a miss, another fastball, 0-2. So an infield single for Polanco. Gallo checks his swing on the curveball, 1-2. It was very close. Oof. And now swings to a fastball anyway, 1 away. Now that brings up Nolan Arenado, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored. Polanco, good speed off of first. And Arenado chases a fastball, 0-1. The 0-1, chopped to third, could be 2 to flip to second for 1, on to first and around the horn, inning-ending double play. We go bottom 7, get up and stretch. Yankees still down by a run as Garrett Crochet making his 22nd appearance of the year. 13 saves, those are with the White Sox, 2.95 ERA. And Danny Jansen, who's 0 for 2, will lead off. And a little dribbler to the left side, Cabrera there. Fires the first, 1 away. Now Kevin Biggio, he had a solo home run against Quantrill, 1 for 2. Hammers 1 foul, 0-1. Swings through a slider there, 0-2. And now this one lined to fairly deep right. Garcia makes the catch in the corner, 2 away. Biggio's had really good contact all day long, even though he's only 1 for 3 now. Brandon Drury, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Swings through a fastball, 0-1. And that misses outside, 1-1. And that's chalk foul. The count now 1-2. Just off the plate at 98, 2-2. Oof, another 50-50 pitch, 3-2. You don't want to lose him and bring up Gurriel, as this one skied to center field. So Crochet will have a 1-2-3 inning. Dominguez makes the catch, and we go top 8. Yankees running out of outs, down by 1. As Jordan Romano comes on, an 0-4 record, 6 blown saves. Now the setup man for the Jays, a 4.08 ERA. He will face Matt Olson, who hit a 2-run home run earlier. Romano, a fastball slider pitcher. The first pitch, swing and a miss on a high heater, 0-1. Ryan Stanek now warming for the Yankees. Looks like he'll come in for the 8th. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. And the 1-1 fouled back and out of play, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 now from Romano. Swing and a miss at 99, 1 away. Couldn't catch up to it. Javi Garcia 1 for 3 with a double back in the 3rd. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. 1-0. Smack to the right side, but Vlad is there. Takes it himself, 2 away. He hit it right on the screws, but Guerrero made a nice play as the only man on that side of the field, and that brings up Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out in his last at-bat. He's also struck out and flied out to left. And swings through a slider, 0-1. Those base running blunders are what's going to haunt the Yankees for this game today. As that misses outside 1-0. Again, this was a really important series. The Yankees rebuilt their division lead back up to 6, but for some reason we just struggle against the Blue Jays this year. As this fouled off 1 and 2. It'll be a 1-2 to Romano, or from Romano, excuse me. And this one inside out towards left center field. This is gonna get down for extra bases. Dominguez has good speed. He's going to dig for third. Tapia, his throw, the relay, not in time. Oh, they call in time. Oh, my goodness. I know you're not supposed to make the last out of third, but I thought he was in there for sure. I mean, I wish I could challenge that because it really looks like his foot was in there before the tag. This game is very broken. Because his foot, if you look at the animation, his foot was in there before the tag. That is a bad call by the umpire, and we still have our challenge, and we can't use it because this game is a broken piece of crap. When the game doesn't want you to win, you won't win. It's that simple. The 1-0 now to Gurriel, way outside, 2-0. Well, that's going to be the name of the game for this one. It's base running blunders, but Dominguez was safe. Swing and a miss, 2-2. I don't care. You look at the animation, it just, swing and a miss, strike 3. It was almost like the game made an almost humanly quick tag. Like it glitched. As Tapia 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Swings through that one, 0-1. And hit that wild pitch that allowed him to get to second when Vlad hit that ground ball. That's really the difference in the game. As this is skied to left. Gallo there. Makes the catch, 2 away. And I thought about it. I thought about just holding him with the double because there were 2 outs. Vlad Jr. 1 for 3, but you set up opportunities for like on a wild pitch. As there's a strike 0-1. You know, it just swing and a miss there, 0-2 to Vlad. Got him on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. So last chance now for the Yankees, down by a run. They've out-hit the Blue Jays 11-6 as Tim Meza, the lefty, comes on his 22nd appearance of the year. A 2.89 ERA, 5 saves and 7 opportunities. And with Conforto up, the Yankees are going to bring in pinch hitter Brian Anderson to face the lefty Meza. Meza, sinker, slider, fastball pitcher. And Anderson skies one to dead center. Deep but playable. Tapia makes the catch, 1 away. Now Wilson Contreras 1 for 2 with a single and hit by a pitch. Gallegos warming just in case. The first pitch from Meza. Fouled back out of play, 0-1. So Jordan Hicks warming. The 0-1 to Contreras. Smacked foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Smacked up the middle and through for a base hit. So Wilson Contreras singles. And that brings up Ozzie Cabrera, 1 for 3 with a double. And Contreras, the Yankees will now bring in the super speedy Eli White to pinch run. Just trying to dance over there. Maybe Meza hangs one. Cabrera 1 for 3 with a double. He was part of that base running blunder in the 5th. Chases this one. This is going to get away from Jansen. White will advance to second. On the wild pitch. And now do you try to take third? Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-2. Everything Meza throws is pretty hard. Jansen's got a good arm. The 0-2. Chopped foul, stays alive, still 0-2. A base hit now ties the game. Eli White is that fast. The 0-2 is high, 1-2. And that's up and in, 2-2. And this one lined right to Bichette at short. He goes to first. Actually lined him on a hop. So 2 away. And now that brings up Polanco. He didn't pull the trigger on the stolen base because, again, like, we've had so many base running blunders today. So Polanco 1 for 4 with an infield single. Skies this one to right center, but this should do it. Tapia back, makes the catch. That's your ball game. The Yankees blow a game they should have won. And the Blue Jays continue to just haunt the Yankees. Biggio, your player of the game. Merriweather the win. Quantrill the loss. Meza the save. Toronto then outduels Cole. A perfect game. The Yankees had a perfect game thrown against them. Oh, no, excuse me. It was a no-hitter. It was a no-hitter. Okay, yeah, we're not getting swept by Toronto. That's not happening. I'm sorry. Like, there we go. 3-1. Gallegos gets the win. I'm just sorry. Crochet the save. I'm not getting not letting the computer no-hit me. Like, that's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Cole gives up 1 6 2/3. Gallegos blows the save again, but the Yankees hold on to win. Or no. No, actually went to extra innings. No, yeah, he blows the save in the 9th. The Yankees should have won. They went, and then he stretch him out. And Crochet, again, I don't know why the computer always has Gallegos lose. I just don't get that. And then the Yankees win 4-3. Good. Roxburgher gets the win. Gallegos the save. I'm sick of this. I'm losing to Toronto. It's my game. With a triple, a home run. Stanek blew the save this time. Give 2 runs in an inning. Alcala did great. Then Boxberger. And then Gallegos pitches a perfect 11th. Garcia the loss. Romano the blown save again. Good. Changed the story of this season real fast. There, Toronto 7 back of us. I'm not dealing with this. The one mistake was on me, but I'm ending that. That's Yankees go 6-3 on a 9-game road trip. There, that's the way it should be. Beauty of video games, folks. The beauty of video games. All right, we saved. That does it for us here tonight. I appreciate everybody who hung out. Have yourselves a really great Tuesday. We're back tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow's playoff baseball, ALCS, so no stream tomorrow. I'm not streaming during the Yankees tomorrow because I can't get it on my phone. So, tomorrow morning, tomorrow and Thursday in the mornings, and then Friday, back to New Game Friday at night. So that's what we'll do there. So, but until then, have yourselves a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.